Hello again. This is Priscilla Batzell. I'm in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Fluid Art Studio. I have a 16 by 20 inch canvas. I have not primed it, but Michael's did. And I've got some ideas. I never use my Anita's white metallic, which is super cheap stuff, because I'm afraid it'll wash out the colors. But I've just made up, I'm a Colour Arte affiliate, and I've just made up some some Purely pigments that are so strong. I made them strong. It was my choice. This is a Vivid Intense White. And all this is an experiment. Just going to whiten up my sky before I put any of the colors in. And I'm thinking it's going to be some blue and some pink. Just want a moist layer and no intrusions. Now I've got a bunch of choices, but I think the safest bet is to start with what I know, which is the frosted berry, and then I'm going to grab a little bit of Titan Light Blue, which is a Vivid Intense. Frosted berry is a Prizm pour. I'm going to add a little bit elderberry, Purely Pigment, and a little bit more white. And we'll see what happens. I'm going to dribble, maybe I'm not. I am. I'm going to dribble a little tiny bit of magenta, Purely Pigments in there. I'm tempted by some purple, but I'm not going to do it without adding white. This is white. I've got some new. I've got some periwinkle. Hello, I'm back. It's the next day and the sky is dry, and this is the digital manipulation that I made up. And the truth is, I made up this one and then I switched it digitally. I flipped it and I like this one better. So we're going to go with the one I like better. I've got some sidewalk chalk, you can see right there. And I'm just going to play and try and relax because it's making me kind of stressed out thinking about this. Let me make sure I'm focused. Take my sidewalk chalk and decide that this is okay like it is. I'm just going to fill in with purple anyway. Actually, I need orange, and I don't want... I want to use the white as the orange, so I'm going to go below this and drop my sunset level and hope that I can camouflage some of that purple. Maybe I'll put a little white in there right now. Whoop, that's more white than I anticipated. Kind of would like it to dry, but the best thing about adding paint, already painted canvases, is it dries much faster. It just seems to soak it right up. So that's my supposed sunset horizon line. I don't mind if I have a little white over on this other area that's unpainted. Put that aside for now. And I'm about there's my rocky outcropping. There's my water level. That should help me start. I'm going to take my picture and put it over here. I kind of feel like I should start with the orange just to inspire myself, but that could happen actually. I'm going to start with some mellow yellow that has my Papaya and Sunset. I'm a Colourarte affiliate, I've told you that already. These are Prizm, these are purely pigments. And I want to use some of the Holly Berry in the white. And I'm wondering if I should use the white or some of the frosted berry that I usually use. But I'm going to use the white. No, I'm going to be smart. I think. Helps if you open it all the way. I'm also going to throw a little bit of Dancing Fuchsia in there, I believe. It's both really bright. Let me grab my small spatula. Grab that gob of whatever the heck it was. Glad I added the frosted berry. I think I did exactly the opposite of what I intended on doing, and I put the orange sunset line right at the back, above the chalk line. I know the dark purple I'm going to use will cover almost anything. And I want some saffron. Definitely adding the white definitely muted out the colors, but that's what I was intending on doing, so it's just anytime I'm painting over a painted canvas. I'll tell you what, I really want to grab a Princeton Art Catalyst spatula and take all the color off this spatula. And that little thing that was tickling my arm had to go. Wipe off my spatula. Find that thing that does not belong. Get rid of it. It's not gone. It's not going either. I will find you and remove you. I think I see it. I gotta quit leaving any paint built up on the tips of my tweezers. It was so small for such a pain in the butt. Alright, so I'm thinking I like that okay, and it's fairly well muted, but I still want some saffron. I'm just going to start this. I'm going to try and clean off my spatula so I have nothing on there on the blade. use my little bit of residuals on the edge. But that's okay because I can see where my sun is going to go. And the only thing I really want to do is find the frosted berry again. And I'm wondering if maybe I want some pink carnation. That's my head in the camera. Of course it is. I'm going to go back again and use a little bit of the Peroli orange. And then I'm going to contemplate whether I should just fast forward through this section because it's taking me a dog's age. More. Well, it is an important part for me. That is holly berry. Put some of the yellow in. I'm going to use shiny taffeta in my sky. And I'm going to put some more white down. Seem to be running low on white. I think I want some more. Now to try the shiny taffeta. I want to take some of this yellow right now and try and soften that edge. I'm going to try and not be concerned about excess marks, additions to my new sunset line. Wipe it off in between if you don't want orange in the sky, Priscilla. A little more yellow, I think. more down here too. I forget I still have the option of wiping something up because the canvas is dry. I'm glad the yellow didn't turn green. I was worried about it, that it was going to do that. Try and get the orange I smeared over there off. Okay, so now I could put the purple mountain in and that might make me feel better. I'm going to use Prussian Violet, hopefully. Let's make sure it's coming out. It's very dark. I don't usually use my small spatula so much. Might be better if I do my water and my beach separately anyway. But for right now, I kind of want to put something in. I've got the elderberry. And I'm going to use a little more light, Titan light blue. And I've got a bunch of periwinkle, and I like that. No matter what I get down, at least it'll be a coating of paint. I wish I'd thought about how to start this. But I can always use a spatula to scrape back my color. I'll worry about any little waves on the beach after. really tempted to put some of the colors in the water. I'm going to wipe that off because I saw that there were things in there. Brazenly, I'm going to try some mellow yellow with my Papaya and Sunset in there. Am I? Maybe I'm not. In for penny, in for pound. I guess I could scrape it if I don't like it. This is the Dancing Fuchsia again. I just dropped something in there that I don't want. I want to put some gold in there because I figure everything is probably going to need another coating of anything. Okay, we'll try this again. Actually, we won't. Let's use green. I think I have green. I know I have green tea, and I know I have something else, sea glass. So for green tea is in the lead. I did mix up something else. Olive green. Olive, Misty olive. This other green. What did I say this was green tea? Lighter color, but I think it's going to have to do. Now, do I have a nice clean skewer? I have a relatively clean skewer. Not sure I should be doing wet into wet, but I guess we'll find out together. So all that's left really to the first stage, which this is still the first stage, is putting that batch of rocks in. For that, I'm going to have to think about it because I'm not sure what colors to use. But I do have a vivid, intense bronze. Sort of eradicated that little spot I was using to create contrast in the picture. I might just start fast forwarding through everything when the videos are long. Okay, so if you were a group of rocks, I've got Payne's Gray. It's not open. I've got black iris, which is open. And I want some purple. And here's the Aztec bronze. And if I think of everything as a stage one, then I don't freak myself out that I haven't done it correctly. I'm going to have to fix the edge of my mountain, I can tell. I might want some more of that. I know I have some saffron and Mayan gold mixed together. And I might want some more golden maple. And what else? I said purple, so maybe some purple will do for the same purple that we used in the mountain, which I feel like just adding some along the edge of the mountain now. For some reason I'm being called to some of the shiny taffeta. Don't ask me why. Now I've got a playing card. Although I should probably just stick with my spatula. Why don't I just move that around now? And use my residuals along the edge. Snag a few more. I definitely want to do something with the cell activator, but I'm not sure exactly what. But I'm going to take the black iris, put it on my card. I've got gold, even if I don't like it, because I think it's thinned out and I'm not positive it's functional anymore. I'm going to use some, I got paint all over my card. Where'd that come from? I wonder. That's iridescent Pebeo and Atelier Rich. Put a little more black in there. Well, it looks like a rock pile. And until I come back and do any fixing that needs to happen, I always wonder if sometimes fingers wouldn't be the perfect addition. And in this case, I'm going to steal some paint and push it down over the edge. Because there seems like there's plenty of paint there, and I am getting a few little cells, which is cool. I am really tempted to put a little more mellow yellow, my papaya, and sunset in there and blow it around in my very last few moments. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm going to put my Saffron Sun in and then call it good until the next stage. I like those cloud banks that just puff up. Just stuck my finger in it and I only meant to graze the surface. Okay, so I'm back and I'm going to try and give this as much time as it needs, which is not easy. I should remind you of what the picture looks like. I'm not sure it'll focus on that, but we can try. It's probably not a good idea. Just don't feel like jumping back up on my stool again. Anyway, so there's more pink clouds up here. There's more blue in the sky over there. This is completely dry, so I'm going to try not to worry too much about what I put down there. I'm going to put my blue around. In this case, it is the elderberry. I got to start somewhere, so even if I don't put enough paint on to begin with, I'm sure I'll get somewhere closer to what I've got in mind as time goes on. I want more yellow in the sky too. I want a lot more blue than I just gave myself also. So let's try for the yellow. I've pulled out the Isadora and I'm thinking that I'm interested in risking something underneath it. In this case, the Abalone is handy, and I know it's already got a slightly orange cast to it. And I could use some white, but I'm not so sure how I feel about that. I kind of lost my trust in myself yesterday. I gotta remember, you can't have it all at once. It doesn't happen all at once. This is a wee bit plugged. And I want not just the yellow, but some of the sour lemon, I think. That has holly berry in it. At least at the horizon line. I wanted to sort of meld it together, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to go. That's a lot of paint. I may have overdosed that. So I'm going to scrape some off, or wipe some off. I'm going to take that away. And I still want some white, which means Chantilly lace or something lighter than, something less obnoxious than a straight white. So we'll try that. Oh, I've got Love You Pink. I forgot about that. Not sure about that abalone, so I'm just going to keep trying to mix it in. And I've got some of that sour lemon hanging around too. Since I've got dry paint, I can wipe off anything I really hate. I still want some white. I don't know what's going to happen now. Oh, I didn't use the Love You Pink, and I do have it resting on its side. If I can get some out, I'll give it a shot. I need it for this cloud area up above anyway. That's a lot. Okay, so we got a lot of pink to work with, and I decided right before this to try and use the pink diamond. Which should be interesting. I think I need to wipe my spatula off though. Like completely. Get rid of any getting sticky paint. And I need whatever this is going to be to also come up here. My papaya. I like those waggles in cloud banks, so I'm adding them. Kind of thought I tried to do this last night, but I didn't. Oh, that's a big lump of something. That needs to go away. I pulled out a blown up finger from a glove too. I think I'm going to put some little kisses into my trees. And maybe into my mountain as well. There, I like that. I want a little bit of orange crush right where the sun should be. And who knows what's going to happen to that. Well, it gives the impression I was looking for, somewhat. I think I'm going to use some more Love You Pink right through here. Can't keep those edges covered. Okay, so I'm liking the sky, and I think it's going to be okay to leave it like it is, with the exception of any little marks I don't really enjoy. I'm not sure how much the Abalone actually contributed, but I've got a couple spatula marks I actually kind of like. And a couple I don't. So I'm just going to smooth them over one more time. Now I wish I hadn't put my Love You Pink upright. More Frosted Berry. This is Lagoon Blue. I'm going to try and use some of the Periwinkle. And I have a darker color. That's not the one I want though. Oh. Well, we'll just start with what we've got. I think there's going to be more Lagoon Blue. And I need something that's turquoisey. I've got Vivid Intense Blue Green, that will help. I'll wipe off my spatula or grab a new one. I think I'm going to just grab a fresh one so I don't have to think about it. Now I really wanted to put some white cell activator in there. Not hating that. I'm going to try the cell activator. What should I put it on, I wonder? I want something light. I'm going to just use more Periwinkle. I should put some of that in the sky, huh? Oh well. My white is plugged up. Won't take me but a moment, hopefully. I got one more minute. I'm not sure how that worked. Sort of messed with my plan. All right, I'm going to have to do something about that. Periwinkle. It's more of the vivid, intense blue-green. A little more lagoon. Actually, that's elderberry, but that's okay. I can still put the lagoon in. But as long as I'm here, I'm going to put some pink diamond in as well. I'm going to get rid of that white. I don't want any straight lines in there, so right, so I'm not sure how well I fixed my lagoon. I wanted some more pink in there, so I'm going to add some. And I suppose when it's dry, I can go back in and put my waves, my little white-edged lapping waves in if I want to. I want to just put that in the sky. Why not? Nobody will know if you don't tell them. I do fuss a little. Okay, so now my plan included a little bit of triple sec, and some hummingbird wing. Which obviously needs to be shaken. And then we'll see what happens. That's kind of cool. Not sure what I can do with the rocks, but I suppose black is always the answer. I've got some of that Aztec bronze also. Oh, and I had a double cap on it. I wondered where that cap went. I'm thinking I might as well try. Why not? Kind of like it better. Adds a little dimension. Sort of, kinda. Grab a little bit of black. I'm not even sure what black that is. Kind of feeling like I should call it good, except for I still have some of that hummingbird wing in my dish, and adding a little bit of texture to my mountainside doesn't hurt my feelings at all. This is just a Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula. Just dipping only the edge in. Pulling it down a little bit. Any texture I get in there is just going to add some interest. I'm wondering what else I need to do, and other than the beach I can't think. That quieted down the electric blue effect somewhat. And I still want to put more of a sun. But if I want it to be a red sun, which I was thinking I did, I might have to wait until it's dry. Still, I like that. I'm pretty happy with most of that, with the exception of that one spot that I can see that's making me crazy. Come out, thing. Alright. So, what now? Do I put some more abalone on the beach? Kind of inclined. It's pretty sheer, so it ought to be okay. I just put green on my beach, didn't I? That calls for a Q-tip. Kind of wondering what I've got for a container I can put some white on. I'll just use the one I've got going already. That's a lump of something, I want that out. Alright, until I change my mind, I'm not unhappy. And I think that's it for now. She says as she adjusts one more thing. I don't mind the paint setting up and then using the spatula to scrape some away. It adds a really interesting texture that I really do like. And the rocks just became a whole lot more realistic looking to me, which makes me happy. Because they were a little hokey before, I thought anyway. Not sure about that one. Alright, it's taken a while. Do I want to do anything to anything? I want to poke that spot down. I call it a flock of birds in the distance. I've got a spot I need to fix. I didn't see until now. I got a second spot I need to fix. Oh, the beach is beautiful. Ooh, that's gorgeous. And it looks pretty good from right here right now. Thanks for joining me. I hope you come again. Please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, watch longer. My email address is easpb in the word gallery spelled out at gmail.com. I give lessons at the house in Spring Hill, Florida, and I do sell my artwork when I get a chance. It helps the studio support the studio purchase of art supplies. My Amazon link is on the link tree. My promo code for Colourarte is also in the description under the video next to the Pixel Paint Designs description promo code for 10% off. Thank you guys for the kind words in the comments to keep my morale boosted. I hope you come again. I post at 2 p.m. I have 33 playlists, and everything is organized by topic and genre also. There's 100 each on the 33 playlists. My community board will show you tomorrow's video. Questions are welcome and encouraged. I love you guys. You inspire me always. I'm sorry that was like tremendously long. And I got to learn how to be more patient with myself when I do stuff like this. But I love you guys. You definitely inspire me always. Bye for now. Priscilla out.